ACROCANTHOSAURUS and Pachyrhinosaurus have been shown off more, Utahraptor is finally getting its rework, and now other new mods are on the horizon. So without further ado, let's have a look at all of this mod news. As much as this isn't the biggest thing to be shown off for the Pachyrhinosaurus mod, I have to showcase it because of Larson, who without fail goes into every single stream and asks me, Velocci, do you know when the woolly mammoth or Pachyrhinosaurus will release? And that's inspired many more people to do the exact same thing, but with other mods. And Larson, I know sometimes I might not reply to it, but I do see it every single time. Don't stop, it's really fun to see. Anyways, let's showcase this news regarding Pachyrhinosaurus. It's not the biggest in the world, it was simply a comment made by Sergey, basically going, now that the drama is over, Pachyrhino can sleep in peace. And then he showed a picture of Pachyrhinosaurus sleeping under the moon, in the moonlight, and showcasing a beautiful skin as well. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, sadly Larson, I don't know when this or the woolly mammoth will be releasing, but at least you have this little bit of information regarding Pachyrhinosaurus to feast upon. I think you've all been asking for progress on this one. This is the absentia ACROCANTHOSAURus, and if I know a mod that's the most highly requested and the one that's commented about the most in my YouTube comments and streams, it's this one. Firstly, we have an announcement from the mod developers themselves. They revealed the final pre-launch skin, which is called Spirit, and that all skins for the mod are now finished, which means there will be over 21 skins on launch with male and female options, and of course different color options and patterns per skin, which is a lot of variety and customization options for you all. The mod is pretty much there and ready. It's just a matter of time now when we could see this in the game. While there is no ETA and we don't know how testing is going, I'm equally very hopeful for this mod. And to wrap things off, we do have some calls. The first one, I don't know if it's a broadcast, it could be, and then the other one is the 4 calls. So I'm going to show them now. You can have a listen, a nice little preview. This will probably be the last time I cover the absentia ACROCANTHOSAURus outside of an actual mod showcase video. So if you ask for any more news on it, I will sadly not be able to provide it because there isn't really much else to showcase now. After half a year of seemingly being broken, it is now time for the Utahraptor to be reworked within Path of Titans. The Primordial Tyrants team have shown this off after their recent push with Psittacosaurus, which I recommend checking out this video on if you want to check out more news regarding Psittacosaurus and its burrowing ability and all that jazz. But anyways, let's skirt back to the Utahraptor. Well, we get to see the model without textures and it's compared to the old one. According to the Primordial Tyrants developers, the aim is to make sure that this mod is more accurate than the old version of the Utahraptor, and this ultimately means a drastic drop in its size. Seeing it dropping by at least 25% in size, which is quite a large reduction. Compared to the human, which is showcased here, it is roughly the same size in height, and when we compare the tail feathering to the old Utahraptor, it looks like the new Utahraptor has a lot more going on about it, which is really nice to see. We also know that now this is sculpted and rigged, so it's going to move into the animation phase of its development, so now hopefully soon we can start to see some new animations for the Utahraptor mod. XRGilla have been cooking lately, and this is one of the mods that they have been cooking up. This is Australovenator. It's in the same family as Mape, if you know about that one, because that's a Primordial Tyrants mod in the game. It is a Megaraptor from the Winton Formation in Australia, originally thought to be the same genus as another Megaraptorid from Australia, which is called Rapator, which is a fun fact here. I can't actually pronounce that name properly, however that was gonna be the actual name of the channel. Like, I was going to be called Rapator instead of Velocci, and the icon would have been Rapator So yeah, that's an interesting little fun fact there. That being said, this isn't the biggest Megaraptorid about, coming in at around 6 meters in length and around 1.8 meters tall. It'll be a nice mid-sized bleeder to have in the game. So far with the mod, we have seen some renders before, but now we have some in-game screenshots, which is in the form of this baby, which is by a corpse. And it looks like you'll be able to hold meat chunks in your hands instead of in your mouth, kind of like how the City Patty is able to hold meat chunks as well, where it carries stuff in its hands instead of its mouth, which would be cool to see. It's nice to see more dinosaurs being able to carry things in their claws rather than in their mouths. Anyways, the other stuff that we get to see is the final iterations of the walking animation, and then finally the trotting animation for the mod as well, and they both look great. It's very nice to see. And finally, let's talk about something that was revealed back in December, however I just completely forgot to cover it. This is something I never showcased, and now I am. It's Majungasaurus, and it's been brought to life by the Wrath of Goliath's folks. In fact, this is something that has received a remodel. Its previous model, I'll put up on the screen now. This is it. This is what the old Majungasaurus from the Wrath of Goliath's team looks like, and this is what the new one looks like. And as you can see, it's been reworked massively, and it looks a lot better. But for all of you here, what is Majungasaurus? It's a genus of albellosaurid theropod dinosaur. Majungasaurus lived in Madagascar from 70 to 66 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous period. Much like that of Carnotaurus and Pachyrhinosaurus that are currently in game, whether that's official or mods, Majungasaurus is known to have a tiny arms and a tiny snout as well, or a short snout, not a tiny snout, it's got quite a big head. Compared to other albellosaurids, however, Majungasaurus did have quite the wider snout, with an additional rough texture and thickened bone along the top of its snout as well. This isn't particularly that big either. It's around 2 meters tall, 5.6 to 7 meters in length. So compare that to Pachyrhinosaurus and Carnotaurus, it's not going to break any records. So this is the new model that's coming for this mod, and it's a new dinosaur that's coming to the game by the Wrath of Goliath's team. However, I do want to caveat here, this one's extremely unlikely to be coming anywhere in the near future. If you look on the Trello board for the Wrath of Goliath's team, it's literally not in the upcoming tab, it's further back than that. It was only getting a remodel, and that's all that we can really talk about. It's kind of like how Saurophaganax from this team as well got a remodel as well, although that one is a lot closer in its development cycle. However, it's a beautiful model, and it was definitely worth a mention here because a lot of people like dinosaurs like this, and Majungasaurus is quite a fan favorite. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to check out another Path of Titans video, I recommend this one, where we talked about the remodels that are coming for Struthiomimus, Barsboldia, and Lambeosaurus. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you are new, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.